Austin Theory defeats Rey Mysterio. What's a Junior Review? Today we decided to review of Monday Night Raw, the Christmas Monday Night Raw. So this Monday Night Raw was pre-taped, and it was only an hour and a half on Netflix. No commercials or anything, so it was a short one. And it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like a fantastic Monday Night Raw. But I can't even really rip on it because it wasn't very long and there wasn't much to it. They kicked off the show with Austin Theory going up to Paul Heyman talking about he's taking everything now and he's willing to work for the Vision. And Paul Heyman agreed with him, so it looks like Austin Theory's now just joined the Vision. Then they kicked off pretty much the main part of the show with Rhea Ripley taking on Asuka in a one-on-one match. This match was actually a pretty good match. It was going back and forth and everything. When, of course, Kairi Sane on ringside tries getting involved. Rhea Ripley ended up fighting her off. And then Rhea Ripley had the upper hand. She gets on the top rope and Kairi Sane takes her out. She falls to the ground. Io Sky, who has hurt back from last week, comes out. And Kairi Sane takes her out as well. Takes out her back. And then Asuka was able to roll up Rhea Ripley by grabbing her by the trunks because Rhea Ripley was distracted by Io Sky. Picks up the victory, and Asuka and Kairi Sane stand tall over the injured Io Sky and the defeated Rhea Ripley. This was a decent way to start off the show. Then we had Becky Lynch coming out pissed off about how, like, she's been screwed and everything, and, like, all these conspiracy theories and stuff. And then Maxine Dupree comes out saying how she's beat her not once, not twice, but 3 times she's beaten Becky Lynch. And then Becky Lynch gets pissed off, punches Maxine Dupree in the face, starts beating her up, and then Becky Lynch starts walking away when Maxine Dupree grabs her by the leg, gets the leg lock in her, or ankle lock, and makes her tap again. So, because the first Monday Night Raw of January, the first Monday Night Raw of the year, the 1-year anniversary of Netflix, it's be Maxine Dupree defending her Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. And Maxine Dupree's been putting in the hard work with Natty Neidhart, and she made her tap out. So this is a big deal, I guess. But honestly, I have no interest in Maxine Dupree as the Intercontinental Champion, and I have no interest in Becky Lynch. I'd rather see Maxine Dupree as Intercontinental Champion than Becky Lynch, so I guess we want Maxine Dupree to win. It is official now. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, the World Tag Team Champions, are going to be defending the tag titles against the Usos next week on Monday Night Raw, which I will not be able to do a setup of because I'll be out of town. So no setup review for the Jared W Live YouTube channel, but I'll definitely be watching from when I'm not home, but I'll be watching it because this match is about to be an instant classic banger. Then we saw a new debut look for Nikki Bella. I put this massive men's jacket on her, so it kind of looks too big on her. But she came out in like all black, leather pants, black jacket, and everything, talking about how she demands the respect that she deserves and how she's going to dominate Stephanie McMahon, and she is going to have the World Heavyweight Championship around her waist because she is a true superstar, worldwide superstar, unlike Stephanie McMahon. And then she ripped on Detroit because they were in Detroit about how can you cheer for the Detroit Lions because you don't even know what a champion's like, or should I say, you guys aren't like Philadelphia Eagles because she's an Eagles fan, or like Ohio State because of Michigan. It was just a cheap pop, but I guess this is interesting. It's better than, I guess in my opinion, it's better than not Nikki Bella. That is Nikki Bella. Better than Becky Lynch's stuff. So whatever. I guess it's interesting. It's new thing for her. But so Nikki Bella with a new look, all black, and she's a heel. Javon Evans was feeling bouncy. He took on I can't remember the names. They have stupid names. It's El Grande Americano's like a little henchman. It's if you could tell, I could tell because it's obvious. It's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, but I think this one was Pete Dunne. They put on a pretty good match. Javon Evans comes out with like a Santa Claus hat on. Daniel loses because he's all bouncing all over the place, getting all hyped up. I love Javon Evans. He's putting on banger after banger that they've given him opportunity to show to the main roster because he was on Saturday Night's Main Event. He's been on SmackDown. Now his first ever match on Raw. And he defeats El Grande Americano's goon, her henchman. He had some crazy stuff flying out of the ring and then hit his crazy like cutter off the top rope to pick up the victory over El Grande Americano's henchman. So this is kind of a big little step for Javon Evans. I think he's main roster now, but he's been also on NXT. So I don't know when they're officially going to make him main roster, but always cool to see Javon Evans. Then Bayley took on Roxanne Perez with Lila Valkyria on ringside, and Liv Morgan coming out on ringside with Roxanne Perez. This match was going back and forth and everything. And then Raquel Rodriguez came out, and she tried getting involved, and Roxanne Perez had the win. She rolled her up, but the ref was distracted, so Liv Morgan pulls out Raquel Rodriguez's leg, and Raquel Rodriguez hits her head right on the apron. Then the ref turns around. Then Bayley was over to overcome it because Lyra Valkyria slaps in the face to get her hyped up, and Bayley picks up the victory. So Raquel Rodriguez was pissed off at Liv Morgan. Why are you pulling my leg out? This and that. Roxanne Perez now loses. So there's a bunch of tension now between the three women in the Judgment Day. I think this is going to end up leading to Raquel Rodriguez getting kicked out of the Judgment Day. I think they're going to keep Liv Morgan, obviously, with Dirty Dom. And they're starting to stick with this Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan duo thing because they're coming out together. I think Raquel is eventually going to get booted from the group. And I have zero interest in this Bayley and Lyra Valkyria group, like storyline. Then we had Gunther coming out once again, talking about how John Cena tapped out like a little bitch, getting this cheap pop from the crowd. But the crowd, oh my God, the crowd absolutely hates him. He's going on about how he made him tap. He's a little bitch and everything. John Cena's old news. You got to move on from him. And he is like the dominant person and everything. And then CM Punk comes out. And they go face to face. Really, nothing happens. Gunther walks out of the ring, gets on the steel steps, and does the "You Can't See Me" to CM Punk, mocking the crowd, mocking CM Punk. Walks out, and that sets up to the main event. CM Punk and Rey Mysterio taking on Big Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. Austin Theory, his first match since returning as this heel with the Vision. He had new gear. He had like all this black and gray pants with his buzz cut, like completely shaved head. This match was going pretty good and everything. Rey Mysterio was on the top rope, about to hit like a frog splash on Austin Theory. He gets up, knocks him out from the rope, so he falls, hits his nuts, falls in the ring. Austin Theory hits a massive curve stomp on Rey Mysterio to pick up the victory for the Team Vision. And he's continuing to use this curve stomp, which is Seth Rollins' move. Also, his gear kind of looked like Seth Rollins' gear that he used to wear, that like gray and black gear. So I'm like, is this teasing to like, is this like a long-term storytelling thing that Austin Theory is secretly working with Seth Rollins and he's like his spy until Seth Rollins is back? That would be really interesting. But so he's continuing to use the curve stomp. He hits the curve stomp, picks up the victory for Big Bronson Reed and himself. And then CM Punk gets back in the ring and Braun Breaker hits the spear on CM Punk once again. Braun Breaker stands tall. Also, Braun Breaker had a package video about how he's going to dominate CM Punk. He had this awesome package video. And CM Punk doesn't respect his wife. They're continuing this thing with Braun Breaker and AJ Lee, which is kind of interesting. But once again, the show ends with Braun Breaker spearing CM Punk and standing tall. Austin Theory standing tall with his first match back, defeating Rey Mysterio and CM Punk. So that's a big win for him. Really, this Christmas Monday Night Raw was not that bad. It just felt really weird because obviously it was pre-taped. And I guess we've never had a Monday Night Raw that was pre-taped before. And just like we've never had a Monday Night Raw that was pre-taped on Netflix, because we've had SmackDowns before and they go up live and there's commercials, but otherwise they always do it live because like they usually pre-tape. They used to do pre-tape stuff like for like when they were overseas and stuff in different countries, but now that they're live on Netflix and they have this actual week off, this was our first time experiencing a pre-taped Monday Night Raw that was not live on TV. It was on Netflix. They just put it up like an episode of a TV show. There's no commercials. It just felt really weird being an hour and a half, no commercials. But overall, the show was not too bad. I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 5. I'm like, it was not terrible. But I just feel like the ending of Monday Night Raw is starting to get really, like just the same thing every week. Otherwise, Monday Night Raw was not too bad. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It was a good Christmas Monday Night Raw. This is JRW Live. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for some favorite content because we have tomorrow dropping the top 10 WWE Elite, my top 10 WWE Elite series picks of 2025. And then Thursday for Christmas, I gotta say, hope you guys have a great Christmas, great holidays and everything. Thursday, we're gonna have a special Christmas WWE 20 Hunt. And then Friday will be the top 10 of WWE Ultimates of 2025. So stay tuned for some awesome content. Go check out my Instagram, which is all lowercase JRW Live. I highly appreciate that. Also, go check out my TikTok, which is lowercase JRW _ lowercase live. I highly appreciate that as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.